when your favorite NBA team wins the number 7 pick in the lottery. Are you excited? Probably not. But maybe you should be, because over the years there actually been a series of number 7 picks that turned out to be pretty good players. So in today's video, we will be looking at the top 10 draft picks that were selected at number 7. Alright, we'll be focusing on number 10 all the way to number 3. At number 10, Jason White Chocolate Williams. He was selected at the 7th pick by the Sacramento Kings, and with him at point guard, the Kings ushered in a crazy, beautiful, pass-heavy attack in the early 2000s. Everybody have seen these highlights, everybody have seen these crazy passes, and they never get old. J-Will was a pass highlight machine. But unfortunately, he cannot get anywhere higher than 10 because he kind of peaked early in his career. After the first 4 years, he was just he didn't really improve. His passing is great, but he never really averaged more than 9 assists a game. And he was eventually traded to the Grizzlies for Mike Bibby, and then that just kind of died down. So that was the it for J. Will, but hey, the highlights were great. And at number 9, Eric Gordon by the Clippers. Yes, EG was a 7th pick, and when you think of Eric Gordon, you remember all of this shooting. Well, EG is way more than that. Injury obviously, deteriorated his career extremely rapidly. But man, for the first few years when he was with the Clippers, he was throwing down like crazy. This boy gets up. He was undersized for a 2-guard, but he was able to get in the lane at will, and his pick and roll game, so sweet. Look at him split that right there. And this boy was fearless. He would go into the rack in transition anytime. And that was probably that led to a lot of his injuries over time. But man, when he was healthy, the passing was there, the shooting was there, the basketball instincts was top notch if you remembered how he played. He was getting his way up there. He was averaging 20 points a game a year. He was gonna be an all-star probably for years to come. But the knee injuries and it was sad, and he was eventually traded to the Pelicans, or back then the Hornets, in the famous Chris Paul deal that bought CP3 to the Clippers. EG, or young EG, you will be missed. Beautiful, beautiful undersized 2-guard. And at number 8, Damon Mighty Mouse Stoudamire, selected as the number 7 pick by the Toronto Raptors. He was able to win the Rookie of the Year, and this was probably his defining moment as a Raptor, as an NBA player. He took down the 72-10 Bulls at the home court in Toronto. He was kind of a point guard that was before his time, He was undersized, but he's got the pull-ups, he's got the passing vision, and he's got the speed. And you can see in this game, he was guarded by MJ, he was guarded by Ron Harper, he was guarded by Steve Kerr, and Damon Stoudamire delivered with a completely overmatched Raptors squad. He was able to take them to victory, playing in all sorts of different ways a point guard should be. He had the shooting, he had the passing. And look at this is Damon Stoudamire and Steve Kerr. If Damon Stoudamire didn't do that well in this game, Steve Kerr and the Golden State Warriors might not have the record. They might 73-9, right? That would have tied it. This game turned the Bulls to 72-10, so man, isn't it funny how basketball worked out? But Damon cannot be any higher on the list because eventually he was traded to the Trailblazers and his career just kind of peaked in Toronto. So that was kind of the end for him, but man, look at him, right over MJ. Yeah, this happened. And at number 7, Harrison Barnes as the 7th pick by the Golden State Warriors. This pick was actually pretty crazy. For those of you who remember, the Warriors would have lost this pick. So they tanked at the end of that season before selecting Barnes really obviously, just so they could get Barnes. And boy, did that work out for them. Now, Harrison Barnes is no all-star, but he is that modern prototypical small forward that can literally do everything just above average. He can shoot, he can drive, and boy, can this man fly. Nickname as the Black Falcon, seriously, a bad nickname, but boy, yeah, he gets up for those of you who've seen the highlights. But that's not all, right? He's got a little quirky kind of catch and go game. He might not be a star in his own, but this selection allowed the Warriors to play that versatile basketball that they have come to develop over the 4 years that Barnes has been their small forward. This man can play inside, this man can play outside, he can be your big small forward, he can be your undersized 4, he can finish in and he can finish out. Now he's not great at anything, but hey, being above average in everything on a championship team, there is major value in that. Number 7 pick, you earned it, boy, go get that. And at number 6, Kirk Hinrich. Check out Kirk Hinrich in his rookie campaign, sticking threes. He has always had the shot, but what gets Hinrich to this high on the list is that this boy was gritty. That's Jermaine O'Neal. That's young Jermaine O'Neal. He was one of the best shot blockers, and Hinrich as a rookie just goes right in there, fearlessly. And did anybody remember this? Hinrich on his rookie year blows by LeBron James and throw down a baseline dunk. This also happened. And oh yeah, the LeBron thing continued till later in Hinrich's career. This was Miami on a 27-game win streak where the Bulls won, and Hinrich, as always, gritty. Man, just takes this over LeBron. Look at his head hit the deck. Does Hinrich care? No, look at this man. Head hits the deck, does not even grab his head. Gets right back up low. No head touchies. Just gets right back up. And Hinrich's game aged very well even later into his career. That's why he's very high on this list. Although Barnes might be a better player down the line, hey, you never know if he's going to get injured or not. Hinrich played great for probably close to 10 years. And you can see here, this is old Hinrich, and he still got the point guard skills. He was a great leader, a very, very solid two-way player that always gets you higher on my list. You gotta be a two-way player. And Kirk Hinrich, you'll be missed, Captain Kirk. Swish bomb. And at number 5, the first multi-time All-Star on the list, Luol Deng. Yes, another Chicago Bulls. He was actually selected by the Phoenix Suns but traded to Chicago. I bet you Phoenix regretted that. Known for his amazing defense, Luol Deng was one of the elite defenders during his prime, guarding Miami LeBron James, Indiana Paul George, and also prime Kobe. Get that out of Luol Deng's house. Luol Deng not only was a great defender, he could also legitimately stretch the floor. He had a very, very reliable three-point shot and he was not afraid to use it. And his cutting game also on point. He can cut, he can shoot, and a lot of you might have forget Luol Deng's also got a nasty pull-up game over the years. Look at that hit them Landry Fields. And on his inside finish, also very underrated. One of the best two-way small forwards of his era, actually. This man always hustled, always played great. And this was his game winner, career game winner, and yeah, it was on a hustle play. Luol Deng, great number 7 pick, great number 7 pick. And at number 4, let's go old school. Yup, Kevin Johnson. Yeah, the mayor guy. No, he's not a mayor. When he was young, boy, can this man ball. He was an undersized point guard, score-first point guard, and he was very different. There was not a lot of these point guards in the early 90s. There's tons of these now, but he was kind of one of the first ones to come out in the NBA. And this man can pull up, this man's got range, you can see that right here. And the footage you see right now is a 1994 playoff game where Kevin Johnson in one quarter dropped 17 freaking points on the Golden State Warriors while his team was down to bring them all the way back. Yes, the shooting was there, but Kevin Johnson was always getting in the lane and he does not care what kind of help defense comes. He was going to finish on top of anybody. Getting hurt, hitting the deck, KJ always finishes strong. Gorgeous stuff. Blows by Chris Webber, young Chris Webber too. Man, now that's a man's take. Kevin Johnson was also blessed by having very, very good teammates at the later end of his career with Dan Marley, Charles Barkley on the Suns. And in this 1994 season, he took them deep into the playoffs where he delivered time and time again. And you can see in the year 1994, Kevin Johnson is running high pick and rolls like we do in today's NBA. Look at that finish. Yes, he was not able to overcome MJ and the Bulls, where in the finals, MJ did a very good job in shutting him down. But never forget, Kevin Johnson did this to freaking Hakeem Olajuwon. Yeah, that was Hakeem Olajuwon. And KJ just He just crushed the dream. Woo! And yes, the top 3 number 7 picks will be coming soon in another special video where I will be doing in a tournament kind of fashion with other top 3 players, some other different picks selections in the draft. So if you want to see more lists, please add a like for more top 10 draft lists. I can do more of these. And yeah, also make sure you subscribe if you like NBA 2K content. Tons of tutorials, tons of gameplays, and for those of you who subscribe to me for the tutorials and gameplays, let me know if you enjoy these lists. You guys know I love the NBA, so I have fun making these once in a while. As always, thanks for coming by. I'll see all of you next time.